Happy New Year, everyone. I'll tell you what. Happy New Year. It's coming. It's nearly there. New Year's Eve tomorrow. It came early, just like Christmas did with that win at Ipswich. Newcastle have finally won at Old Trafford. The first Premier League win there in nearly a decade since Cabai won there in the 2013-14 season. We've done it. We've ended the Premier League misery at the Mice Trap. Yeah? Of Mason Men tonight. Trafford, Old Trafford, beautiful stuff. The first 35 minutes, outstanding by Newcastle United. Should have absolutely battered them. It should have been a cricket score. It really, honestly, it should have been 4 or 5. It was 2-0 after just 90 minutes. It was 2-0 after 90 minutes. But the most important thing is we got them 3 points. We got a big, big win. And we are now 5th in the league. 5 wins in a row. Eddie Howe's Black and White Army and Alexander Isak. What a month he is having. And now, I did the video the other day and everyone's saying it now about Isak and his future and that. You're going to hear it non-stop now, unfortunately, for the next month in January, the transfer window, and then especially next summer if he doesn't move, because this bloke is something special. I'm just going to bring up, because I screenshotted it there from when I was watching the game on Sky. Alexander Isak's Premier League record in December. Goal and assist against Liverpool, goal against Brentford, goal and assist against Leicester, hat-trick at Ipswich, goal against Villa, goal against Man United tonight. And to be fair to him, he should have had another one. He has that one-on-one, and he just chipped it straight into Onana's hands, which was a poor finish from him, but he did score again, but he was offside. I think he was in the build-up, so that one got ruled out. It's getting a bit hot in here, isn't it? Because the title race is heating up. Are we in it? Well, we're taking it over the current champions, Man City, and then we're heading off to Chelsea as well, who got beat the night at Ipswich. So, like I say, sitting in 5th now. Let's get the Premier League table up in all its glory. What a turnaround this has been. What a month. 32 points Newcastle now in 5th place. Chelsea 35 points in 4th. Liverpool obviously running away with it a bit. 45 points at the top. So, obviously, just joking with that one, but Champions League football on the horizon. If you want to get Champions League football, you've got to turn up in every game. You've got to beat the little ones. You've got to beat the mice. You've got to take advantage of it. And we did take advantage tonight. I was loving the energy from the lads in the opening, start of the game. In the first 35 minutes, we were brilliant. And we were on fire. Energy, pressing, going for it, creating chances, Tonali off the post. There was so much going on. So much going on. And I was a bit gutted that we weren't further in lead. And I think Eddie Howe was as well. He's having a go at the players a bit at half-time, is what Sky and Jamie Carragher and that were saying. Well, he was right to win away because we weren't clinical enough, wanting to kill that off, put that game to bed, because Man United came out second half and had a good spell, had a good 10, 15 minutes. Maguire's having one off the post, and Lewis Hall. I've got to shout out Lewis Hall tonight. We have not only the best striker in the league in Alex Isak, but we have the best left-back in the Premier League in Lewis Hall. What a talent this lad is. He's brilliant. Honestly, he's absolutely brilliant. And Dan Burn, powerhouse at the back tonight, an absolute unit, rock, giant, colossal. What a player. What a man. What a season he's having, by the way. Now, Dan Burn's going under the radar because of Gordon and Isak and Bruno, which we'll talk about in a minute, but he is having a phenomenal season. And week in, week out, he plays out of his skin for the Black and White because he bleeds it. And his centre-back partner was the only negative of tonight, knowing that Fabian Shaw will now miss the game against Tottenham on Saturday lunchtime because he picked up his 5th yellow of the season. So Shaw's out this weekend. But we've got to take confidence in this one, and we've got to go for it again against Spurs. It's one of these ones where it's a massive week. If we can beat Spurs as well, then we're laughing. Do you know what I mean? We're really laughing, and then that takes a huge confidence going into the Carabao Cup semi-final. So it's starting off tonight in a great fashion, ending off 2024 in a big style, and it must continue in the new year if we want to progress. Do you know what I mean? We want to keep on this path, then we'll have to keep doing what we're doing and winning these games. But Newcastle tonight were brilliant for that first 35 minutes. I thought we took our foot off the gas a little bit towards the end of that first half and gave Man United a chance or two to creep back into it. And then second half, I think we came out slow. But credit to the lads for gaining control of the game once again, having the odd chance, but not threatening enough in that second half where I wanted to see us get 3, 4 or 5, like we could have and should have, probably early doors. But listen, 2-0, clean sheet. Not a clean sheet from Martin Nebraska. think that's 4 in a row. What the hell's going on? But to be honest, every team he's played, I can't really remember him making a shot. I think Brentford in the Cup, he made a couple of vital stops early on, but in terms of the Premier League, he hasn't had much to do, but fair play to him. He's commanding his box. His distribution is better. It wasn't amazing tonight. There was times where he gave it away, but all in all, he's been much, much better with it than Nick Pope. So credit him, credit the defence, and credit to our Capitão, Bruno Guimaraes. There's only one Bruno in the Premier League. You can forget your Fernandes. You can forget Manchester United being the United in the Premier League. It's Newcastle United. It's Bruno Guimaraes. They're the only ones, because Bruno tonight was brilliant in the middle of the park. A real captain's performance, dragging his side through it, winning the ball well, gaining, a real belief within the team that we could go on and just composure, confidence, skill in the middle of the park. Then a real battling performance from him. Joelinton, buzzing for Joelinton to get that goal. You had Gary Neville on commentary saying it probably should have been ruled out for handball. Bollocks, nothing about that. And we deserved it. We deserved it. Man, you were lucky to go in 2-0 at half time, but Newcastle could have been more clinical, could have finished the chances more. But I tell you what, I am absolutely buzzing with that. And it is our first Premier League win, as I mentioned at the start of the video, since 2013. It's only our second win at Old Trafford since the 70s, 1972. Only 2 wins since then. So you can't underestimate this one. 5th in the Premier League now, 5 wins in a row. Isak with 8 goals in his last 6 games. And this one from BBC is mental, by the way. 10 of Newcastle's outfield players, all 10 of them, Durafka didn't quite manage it, but all 10 did have a shot or created a chance in the first half against Man United. All 10 of Newcastle's outfield players had a shot or created a chance in that first half. That's a mental stat. So fair play to the lads on that one. Like I said, that showed our dominance, and we should have been well ahead, man. I'm good we didn't get more, but I'm buzzing with the 3 points. And we thoroughly deserved it. Did I have any other notes here from the match that I've missed out? Let us know your comments in the chat before we end the show. We'll get to what a few of you are saying as well. But honestly, I'm really delighted with that performance. Many times we've been to Old Trafford and haven't turned up. I've been embarrassed, and they've been the better side, so there should be all the money they've spent, to be fair. But they were woeful tonight, like they have been all season. Crap, absolutely garbage. Like I said in my preview, and it should have been more. But the most important thing is we carry on this momentum, we carry on this winning streak, and that's all that matters, really. Do you know what I mean? When we head to Tottenham on Saturday, but listen, Newcastle thoroughly deserved that victory tonight. 2-0 in the end at Old Trafford. Let me put the specs on and seeing what the chat is saying. Shout out to J-Matt Hall, who's been a member for 11 months now. Big up, mate. Hope you've been lucky in one of the monthly giveaways. If not, maybe your turn in January 2025. We'll still see some giveaways happening. Maybe disappointed not to keep up the great attacking display from the first half, but the greatest sense of display in the second is just as good of a sign as how well we're performing. Well said, mate. Very well said. Listen, first off, that first 20 minutes was scintillating stuff. Like, we were all over them like cheese on pizza, like me on turkey on Boxing Day. We were absolutely loving it. But we just couldn't get that third. Do you know what I mean? We just couldn't get that third or the fourth, and it was eluding us. But some of that passage of play in the final third was fantastic, man. The little works and give and goes between Tonali, Bruno, Joelinton, Gordon out wide, Hall on the overlap. Hall's defensive duties tonight as well, sensational. And it is a shame that we didn't really show more of that in the first half. I thought it showed that the energy levels were dropping in the second half, and understandably so. Do you know what I mean? We were really all at it in the first half an hour. It's no doubt that batteries were running low a little bit, but second half, I think them subs could have been made a bit earlier from Eddie Howe. I will say that. I think, your Barnes and that could have came on a bit earlier. I like the Willock sub, but earlier on, I think that would have been a better shout for us if we could have got that done. But hey, we're not going to nitpick that sort of stuff when we've just won 2-0 at the old Theatre of Screams. Theatre of Streams. No dream in there anymore, is it? Absolute nightmare. Well, it is a dream for us. All them Geordies are dreaming tonight and loving it on the old trip on the eve of New Year's Eve. Fantastic. Lovely stuff. Let us just go back to the top of the chat. Do it with my hand since it's being awkward on the cursor. The demon at Old Trafford has well and truly been smashed, says NC. It has. Listen, it has. We've had that over our heads for many a years now. But it's good to see that it's on the back now. I was there last year and won the League Cup, so that was quality. And hopefully we can do the same in the Premier League like we did tonight for the next forever and ever, really. You know, I was going to say the next few seasons, not just the next few, just all the time now, and show that we are the main United. Yeah? We're the only ones now, I'm telling you. Silky football from the Mags. Here's Aaron, dominated them. Nick's right there, stepping off the gas, as I said. New year with bags of confidence. Here's them. It was an amazing sight. Like, that first 30 and Man United in the mud and the fans devastated. And the fans sneaking out. You know what I mean? The fans were sneaking out. So, you've seen United now F off home. Do you know what I mean? So, that was great to see as well on the camera. All them sneaking out of Old Trafford, early doors. Yeah, didn't see any of them. The amount of stick I got earlier in the season. Remember the Brentford reaction and all that? The amount of chat that was anyhow out. Told you it's just to settle down, have a bit of patience, and what a December it's been. Turned the season on its head. Lovely stuff. Cheers, Adam, you too, and everyone else. Hope you have a great new year. Really good results tonight for us. Listen, Chelsea getting beat away to Ipswich. Mental. Didn't see that one coming. Ipswich's first win at home in the Premier League this season. And then a 2-2 draw in the other game and all between Brighton and Villa. So, happy days. What else we got then? Yeah, good point there. Isak all smiles at the full-time whistle with Tyndall. Loving it. And again, the Sky Sports were mentioning him. Was it Neville or Carragher that was asked, is he the best striker in the league? And he said, well, he might be, but Erling Haaland might have something to say about that. Erling Haaland gets it on a plate every week, man. He's still in a stinky season. Isak all day long. So let's have a debate about this in the chat before we sign out. Who will replace Shaw against Spurs? It's a good question by Matt. I mean, it's a tricky one, really, isn't it, considering it is on that right-hand side. And we know Sven Botman might be back in the matchday squad for Spurs on Saturday. You doubt he's going to get chucked in, and he's had a couple of games in the 21s. But you'd imagine, look at the bench tonight, Lloyd Kelly was the only other centre-back on there. So will Lloyd Kelly come in? You'd probably assume so. To be fair, let us know what you think. Any other options? What you would go for? Lewis Hall is a treasure, says B2. Well said, says Prime Snake. Absolutely has. We're calling out for Tonali coming to the 6th, but he's done it. We've got it. Got what we wanted. And we've had that turnaround and results for it. So happy days. Exactly what we wanted. Fair play from Dino B to add up to that one. Doubted how, shouldn't have. Proved me wrong. What a man, what a manager, what a team. Good stuff. That's all I like to see. Dubravka much better on the ball than Pope. See Sean. Lots of people bigging up Lewis Hall, as I did in the old stream earlier on. Absolutely unreal, honestly. Lewis Hall is so good. It's scary how young he is and how bright his future is, because he was just magnificent tonight. His timing is just so good, man. His decision making, putting his body on the line for that block when Man United was sniffing for one back after the half-time whistle. They came out, Maguire hit the post, there was someone who hit the rebound, Hall jumped in the way of it. Absolutely unreal by Lewis Hall. Got Xander, Man United fan. We were poor tonight. These players are shit. Manager needs to improve massively. Relegation is a real possibility, genuinely. But we're still the real United. Love the work, man. Cheers to that one, Xander. Yeah, listen. But if Man United get relegated, not going to lie, mate, I'd absolutely love to see it. You and City. City points deduction. Man United to join them in the Championship. Manchester Derby in the Championship. Do you know what I mean? That's what we all want to see, really. Probably not you. But, yeah, love it. Fingers crossed that one. I think this will be all right. There's 3 worst teams. But then again, Ipswich won tonight, so they might have something to say about that. Wonder if Dan Ashworth was watching from his garden tonight, says Matt. Fantastic. Love it. Well, he probably was sitting in his conservatory, a bit cold, and he probably had his scarf on as well. Wouldn't know what one to wear, would he? Newcastle, Man United, or anyone else, Brighton, the FA. But, aye, he would have been watching that on, probably not from Old Trafford anymore, sacked, not from Newcastle anymore, left. So, there we have it. But he was probably watching on in style. Cheers, Jamie Hill. Really appreciate that one, mate. Cheers to you for being a member. Cheers for your support this year. We'll drink to that. Lovely. Lovely stuff. 1 or 2 more comments before we're saying out then. Cheers that one, Dino. Dominated, scored 2 in the first 20 of the game. He's at class, best attacker in the league. Joelinton was class too. Joelinton was class. Listen, I've bigged up Lewis Hall tonight. I've bigged up Dan Byrne, Bruno Guimaraes. But listen, all those lads tonight to be fair. Now, Gordon, did he have his shooting boots on tonight? Was his end product the best? Obviously, he got an assist, didn't he? But he could he got involved a bit more, maybe. But his work rate, brilliantly, man. His work rate was so good. And he made it look easy earlier on. He had Mazraoui all day. He had his number all day long. So, listen, everyone, to a man, was fantastic. Absolutely outstanding performance from the lads, especially the first 35 minutes. But then second half, controlled the match, seen the game out. 3 big points for 5 wins in a row to go 5th in the table. Wow, happy days. Big week ahead, though. Do you know what I mean? I'll be at Arsenal a week tomorrow for the semi-final at the Emirates. This Saturday, we've got Spurs. I'll be doing a live match reaction after that one, lunchtime kickoff. So those 2 games are huge. Big, big trip to the capital. Do you know what I mean? Just keep that first leg against Arsenal tight. I'm not even asked about winning it. I'll take the 0-0 now. I'll go down there, all the way down there, stay the night. 0-0. Give us it. Don't care. Bring them back to St. James's second leg. Smash them. Spurs should destroy this weekend. Spurs should be very similar tonight, to be honest, but they may offer a bit more going forward. But Spurs, nah, I'm not having it. Ange Postecoglou in the mud. I watched the Wolves game yesterday, the highlights, and they were terrible at the back. So they are to be had at. They are to be had. They really, really are. Tottenham, their defence, they've got lots of injuries and stuff. Fraser Forster in goal, you know what I mean? Ex-Newcastle keeper. So come on, man. We've got to be taking the game at them as well. And I fancy that as well. I fancy it. You know what I mean? So it could be a very happy week for the Toon. Let's hope so. But it's been a great end of the year, everyone, hasn't it? You know, what a December it's been. We're on fire. Isak's on fire. So let's hope that continues into 2025. Big year ahead. Just round things off by saying I hope you all have a great new year, whatever you are doing for it, and enjoy yourselves. Thanks so much for all your support throughout 2024. Bring on 2025. Bring me a trophy, please. And we'll keep bringing you all the latest Newcastle United news and content on the Magpie Channel TV. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe while you're here. Give us a thumbs up and enjoy yourself.